Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the needle drop setup. Because I got like just the wall behind me. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so we can upgrade the production values. Then we gotta talk about ghostwriting in hip hop. Like, what is it like? What is the overall viewpoint of it? It's about Drake's ongoing situation, and like a lot of times, like people kind of give like Drake a hard time for something. I'm not gonna say it's common in hip hop. It's probably becoming more common because once you really look at hip hop nowadays, a lot of the actual spitters, they're not like your top tier rappers. Like they're like the C and D besides like Kendrick and Cole. Like you got a bunch of C and D tier rappers that are your spitters, and then you'll have your Uzis, your Gunners and stuff like that. That's gonna be your top tiers, and probably because like music is kind of like dumbed down. So like because people kind of don't always want to hear that rapidy rap type stuff. Like, your Eminems, your Waynes, your Jay-Z's all day. They like kind of like the most simplistic stuff. Like, just the vibe to, 9 times out of 10, you'll listen to Mask Off before you listen to like Song Cry for certain people. But like, as far as like the actual topic of the video and to the point of it, me personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. I see it as Drake being Kanye, because Wayne is everything to Drake, everything. But Drake's favorite artist and his idol is Ye. Like that's the person who he's really chasing after musically. Like Wayne is like, that's Wayne. I'm gonna say he's the greatest. You see me with the t-shirt on. He's the greatest rapper alive. Fuck that, nigga alive. But Drake chases Ye, and he's still trying to make that. I guess some people call it my dark, beautiful, twisted fantasy. I think I might be botching the name right now, but I think that's what like people like to quote as his greatest album or Graduation or whichever one. But he's chasing that project and that outlook from people, and I think a lot of times it's a battle because obviously the way he makes music and the way he kind of talks and kind of like he talks as if he's a top tier rapper, but he also has that kind of like aid that Kanye would have, or Dr. Dre for example, like the more producer side of rappers, versus these are your lyricists over here that they go in there, they might get like their hooks or whatever, but like they go in there and the verses are all them for the most part. Outside of probably like an arrangement change or probably somebody give him a line, but like the entire 16s and the whole, like pretty much just the method Drake and Ye would use, like, because a lot of times like when you look at them, like you'll compare them to like, to be fair, because this is how they make music. It's like a P. Diddy, a Dr. Dre type thing. That it's a production, or even Birdman too. Like it's a production. Like there's a production that goes into that album. Like yes, is Drake a talented rapper? 100%. But he also does have that production side that goes into his projects compared to a Wayne, in which Wayne, he probably just raps, and then after that, for better or worse, it's like, like as far as like putting him amongst like the greatest rappers, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible to put, because like to me, if hip hop is labeled a sport, the method of performance enhancing drugs would be your writers. So like you couldn't put a Ye, a Wayne, not Wayne, a Ye, a Drake, an Eazy-E, probably even Snoop Dogg. Like you couldn't even put like them, because you do know of actual and factual writers being on their side, not allegations, not something that a nigga just straight up took from you type shit, but like 100%, like without a proof, you got like verses or whatever, or they admitted to it. So I think for them it becomes more of who is the greatest artist of all time versus who's the greatest rapper. Like to me personally, like if we're going rapper wise, it's Wayne. If we're going artist, it's Ye. Like I'm like 100%. Kanye West is like, I'll listen to anybody's entire this I think it's what it is, discography. I think that's how you say it. You listen to anybody's discography, and if they don't have one song that can top Runaway, then like the argument is done. Like for me, like we what are we talking about? Like Ye is the greatest artist of all time, but you know I put more of those artists in that type of category. As far as like if we just branch off into a subcategory rather than, you know, for your actual rappers, your MCs who are 100% just they out there knocking out the park, they rapping. And I'm not talking about, I remember there was like a thread on Twitter, there was like rappers who had help, and it's like you're comparing two apples and oranges because it's not the same as somebody pinning your V's. Like I'm talking about just straight up pinning verses for you, or you know, the entire subject matter, not subject matter, the entire verses, and you just paraphrasing what they wrote for you. Cause like even originally, like I thought today, like I was shook. I thought like I forgot how I got to it, but it was like Wayne performed Drake's Money to Blow verse at the MTV VMAs, and it's like, man, I was just kind of dumbfounded. I'm like, bro, Wayne, no, this can't be. And then this is like, you know, actually, for hours, I was just thinking, man, bro, Drake really wrote for this man, bro. My whole life shattered. It's like I have Wayne and him like right there with each other, and it's like, man, Wayne, I gotta take you and put you in this other list, and it's like, I'm not putting you over Ye, and it's just like, I'm hurt. I'm not like some of the Drake fans on Twitter could be with, like I'm about to make excuses for it. Like nah, it is what it is. Like, but and come to find out, like there was like he when I actually, instead of like immediately, I did immediately react, I'll admit. But like after I got the information, it's kind of like, okay, you can retract your statement and you can build your knowledge upon more stuff, because you know Drake explained why Wayne did it. Wayne shouted him out. Because I was like, that's what made me go back. I'm like, maybe Wayne shouted him out and maybe I just didn't give it the full attention it deserved. I stopped like halfway. I was just like, this is bar for bar with the nigga, what he rapped. Like, I know Money to Blow. Like, but like, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what your opinion is on ghostwriting or writing in general. Because some people are going to be like, oh, it's not ghostwriting because they got credit. Let me know what your thought process is on writing in hip hop. Is it allowed? Is it allowed? How do you categorize those people who do have assistance with their projects? Like for me personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. I create a subcategory for those particular people. I still rank them with the other artists, but those particular people I would rank above the average rapper. Like if I had to put Kendrick on the rapper side, Kendrick's over Drake. But if I had to do it on the artist side, Drake's over Kendrick. But be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to come back for more.